Hi and welcome to episode 2 of Overland Morocco's Toyota Troopy build. Now we've spent the last 2 days stripping stuff out the car so we can sort of see what we need to do, and there's plenty to do. But I'm going to start this video with a disclaimer, if you like, or just a mention. When we bought the car, it was mentioned that it was sold as seen. Now I've sold many cars and I've never used that phrase. I really haven't used that phrase, and I'm very upfront, and because I don't want anything coming back to me or anything else. But we also mentioned that we would be videoing these and videoing the build, obviously, and it will be a warts and all thing. So it's going to be, if you like, today is the good, the bad, and the definite ugly of this first part of the build. Literally, let the dog see the rabbit. What are we dealing with? So let's start off with the inside. If you want to just take a quick look at the inside, you can see the floor pan. Yep, okay, it's a bit rusty, but it's nothing bad there. And I think once we rub it down, it's not going to be a problem at all. Okay, and now this stuff was put in as a sound insulator, which I suppose it kind of does. Problem is that it was just stuck in, pushed into crevices and stuff like that as well, and it was also, as you'll probably see here by the coloration, just stuck onto rust. Now if you come round here as well and you look inside the rear quarter panel, that was all just this foam stuff pushed into it. Now okay, we're doing a build because we're keeping the car, but we all do things differently, and it's certainly something I wouldn't have done, without a doubt, because why would you just go straight over that? The moisture was all held in. It's just going to get worse, it's not going to get any better. Also, there's been a little bit of wiring. If you come back here as well, some things have been put in. So if you come back here with the camera, I mean, we've taken plenty of wiring. You'll see a lot of stuff as well, and yeah, there we go. That's an earth wire. I'll let you make your own mind up about that one. Okay, so all the stuff's out. So obviously this has all got to be cleared. It's all got to be rubbed down, etc. All got to be treated, and it's all got to be painted. So that's going to be a fair amount of work. Right, let's go around to the other side. Now the wheels. The wheels themselves are off of our surf, so you can see the surf over in the distance over there. It's now got those really horrible, crappy 80 series alloys on, which are completely pitted, and it has spacers. Hate spacers. Hate spacers. But you obviously got to put the spacers on, otherwise it's not going to clear. So the surf's sitting there like that at the moment. So these have gone on 16-inch straight on. Whatever. There's been a lot of pressure washing. The amount of mud, moss and everything else that's come off of it has been, I mean, you could probably fill a skip. That aside, the underneath will need shot blasting, soda blasting, whatever. That includes the underneath of the floor, that's the chassis, everything, all the brackets, which are completely rusty, but I could see that at the time, so I knew what I was dealing with when it came to that. But you'll see the job. You'll see it progress. So we come around to the front. Strangely enough, the floor pan, not too bad actually. So that's pretty good. It's one of the good things. So that's pretty good. And if you come back again, and you'll see these seats. Now these are pretty good, in so much as they're from a Volkswagen GTI, which is very, very comfortable. I mean, we had Toyota Gen 7 seats put into our surf. We fitted those, but we fitted them differently. We took the time to cut the original feet off of the surf ones and have them all re-welded, so all mounted properly. These have a steel bar going like this, front and back, and the actual rail has been bolted on to the steel bar, and the steel bar is bolted onto the mounts, which is kind of fine. Be nice if you treat the steel bar, mild steel especially, because it's rusty. and it's just attracting more rust. Not only that, if you're actually going to use something which you know, it's pretty much a safety feature, is that you either use nylock nuts or you use locking washers. I have neither here. Not only that is that the mount on this side, it's impossible to actually bolt down through. So rather than find the correct size bolt with a thread, even a rib nut, whatever it will take, the bolt is actually just on the seat mount here, on the actual mount to the floor, the bolt is actually just been placed in a hole. So you just pull it out. Like I say, it's going to be warts. It was going to be warts and all. Seat's good, mounting, but questionable, definitely. Okay, let's come round to the front. Now, one of the good things is, considering this, pretty much most things in here haven't been looked after, to be honest with you. I mean, very bare minimum, etc. You know, ask the question, you know, when was the brake fluid changed? You know, when was the air filter changed? So it's a case of, you know, we were going to service it anyway. But, you know, it's a case of you look at it and you think, okay, I suppose you know what you're dealing with. We actually painted the tray. This is an ARB twin battery tray. I've taken the Odyssey Extreme battery out of the Surf and I put it in here, which is obviously very expensive battery, very, very nice, and everything else. But there was a whole host of wiring which I've had to track down, look at, just to work out what is what, and I'm now at a stage where I know what's what, so it's not so bad, but it's just been a bit tiresome, I guess. And even where the cables go into, through the bulkhead here and into the what's his name, there's a rubber grommet. No one's ever bothered to replace a rubber grommet for where the wires go through, so it's just hanging there. So you've got a big hole like that. So when you lift up the mat or the tub, it's wet. And what does wet attract? Rust. Very simple fixes, but obviously not thought about. Again, it's just finding very, very odd ways of connecting things and bolting things. But we'll get there on that. Let's have a look round into the passenger side. But the engine runs great. I mean, you know, it really does run good, etc. And everything else appears to run good. So, I mean, I've got to get this rad off. The rad's got to come off. Everything's got to come off. And it looks like it's been leaking, but it could be anything really, to be honest with you. Well, it could have been overflowed, but it doesn't quite look right. So that'll all have to come off. All the fins being cleaned out. If not, it's going to be a new rad. And I think it's going to be a new rad anyway, so I don't know. All right, let's have a look inside here. Oh look, spaghetti. Spaghetti, but no bolognese sauce. Yeah, that's where it kind of comes in. I asked about the head unit, which is an old head unit, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Asked about that and if it works, and apparently it works sometimes and then it doesn't work. I managed to find out the reason why it didn't work, and it didn't take more than 2 minutes. There's no speakers in the car. There's actually no speakers, so you can switch it on, it all comes on, of course no sound. So there's actually no speakers in the car. Did you not know you haven't got speakers in the car? But there is no speakers in the car. Nothing's connected. But that's not a biggie. You know, that's just one of those things which is just slightly annoying at the end of the day. That's about it. We're going to crack on today. There's going to be a lot of sort of rubbing down and mask on and elbow grease and everything else. We'll probably be working on the inside. And so look out for the next update. Yeah, probably in the next couple of days again. But lovely sunny day. Nice to be back in the UK. Deepest, darkest Sussex. So thanks for watching again, and yeah, stay tuned, subscribe. Also hit the like button, that'd be very nice. And you guys have been leaving comments that I really like as well. So thanks for the encouragement, and yeah, thanks for your words of kindness. See you on the next episode.